Hi everyone, Mama Jane here. Welcome to another fun edition of Why Do I Have So Much Shit, where I talk about all of the fun, interesting, cool, bizarre, strange, awesome shit that I own. As a nerd, I seem to find myself just collecting things left, right, and center, so I decided to do a series of videos about talking about all of the cool things I own. So today we're going a little bit on the sentimental side, so if you're not in the mood for a little bit of sentimentality, just check out one of my other Why Do I Have So Much Shit videos. So the first one we have today is Kiro! So this is Kiro. For anyone that was a Cardcaptor Sakura fan, Kiro is her little spirit guardian that helps her out. So Cardcaptors came to Cartoon Network when I was maybe 10. And I was just enamored by it, like the pretty dresses that she wears and the frills, and she's this like really super magical girl and stuff, and it was just awesome. So I went through a stage where I collected everything Cardcaptor related. So I had the dolls, I had Kiro, I had like pens, paper, notepads, because I love my notepads, and just anything that had anything to do with Cardcaptors. And most of the stuff over the years has been put away or put somewhere, except for little Kiro, who always seems to make his way onto a bookshelf somewhere. I think the Cardcaptors is probably one of the only animes, with the exception of Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, that I've ever actually watched and gotten really into. I've actually read the manga for Cardcaptor Sakura as well. This is probably one of the things that gives people the impression that I'm really into manga and anime when I'm not. I've watched very, very little of it. Like I said, with the exception of Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, Cardcaptor Sakura is one of two that I've ever actually watched. So yeah, this is a little Kiro, and no matter where I move, he always seems to make his way onto a bench or a shelf or a bookcase somewhere so he can be seen. Our next thing that we have today is this is a Robin Hood pop vinyl from the Disney movie where he is a fox, and this little fella is actually worth about $50 now, and I bought him for, you know, 15, 16, 17 or whatever it was when I got him. But the reason that I have this fella is this movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. And the reason it's one of my favorites is, one, it's awesome, and two, when I was very little, my nan used to put this movie on for my brothers and I because she liked it, because it was one that she knew as well. It wasn't like Pokemon and stuff that she didn't understand. She used to put this movie on, and at the start, when the credits are rolling, all of the characters are running across the screen, running away from the guards, and we used to just cack ourselves. We used to laugh like it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. And every time she'd put it on, Nan would go, "I don't want to hear any laughing. No laughing coming from in here." And of course it would come on, we would all laugh like crazy, and she'd be going, "I'm not hearing any laughing, am I?" But anyway, so even to this day, every time I watch this movie, it makes me think of Nan, who's still alive, by the way. She's like in the other room, probably drinking a cup of tea and watching TV now. But every time I put on this movie, it makes me think of my Nan. It makes me think of when I was little. And it's just a great movie. It's just so romantic. And yeah, I love Robin Hood. And this is one of my favorite new possessions that I have, because it just makes me think of that movie and being a little kid, and it was awesome. Memories. So the last thing on my list today is something that's a little bit weird. It's one of the weirder things that I own. It's an antique. My gran gave it to me. Nana, I don't know where she got it, but it wasn't hers or anything. She got it from someone. But it is this doll here. She closes her eyes and she blinks. She apparently used to talk, but she doesn't anymore. But not sure where she came from, but Nan gave this to me when I was like 17, 18. Like, this is something she gave me as a collectible, not something to play with. But she closes her eyes and things like that when you put her on, but she's got little teeth and everything. And Now, most people that see this think this is very strange and a little bit freaky. I was living with an ex-boyfriend for a while when I moved in, I brought all my stuff over anyway. I brought this doll, and he thought it was the most terrifying thing he'd ever seen in his entire life. And when I wasn't home, he said it gave him the creeps. So he used to hide it. And, you know, not all the time, so just sometimes it used to give him the wigs. And I'd come home and I'd be like, okay, well, where's the doll? And I would find it under the bed. I found it down the side of the bed with a blanket thrown over it once, in the kitchen, on the couch with a blanket thrown over it. So, yeah, this doll would creep my ex out to no end. I'm not really sure the story behind it or how old it is or where it came from, but I think it's really cool. I think it is it's a fun little collectible thing to have, and I think she's really cute. I can see why other people might be a little bit freaked out. I think it's the teeth that do it. Caleb's good. He never makes me hide it. He does think it's freaky, but he never makes me hide it or put it away. So she usually sits on top of the bookshelf, where she can see the room all the time.
Get it away from me.
So, yeah, this is one of the weirder things that I own, and I don't know why I have this, okay? I have no real explanation for it, I just do. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Why Do I Have So Much Shit? I would love it if you told me what was your favorite thing that I had today, or if you could tell me some of the weirder things that you own. I would love to hear it. Let me know in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye! Oh, here. It's adorable.